Do you know what the definition of insanity is? Because I do. What you're seeing here are 3 pictures of the exact same project, all done in 3 different ways to complete the exact same task. You're probably asking yourself, why would I do this? I kind of know what I'm doing already, kind of. So what's the point of making all 3 games? It's perfectionism. I'm a perfectionist. I'm not even going to waste time with the whole guessing game segment. We got a devlog to do. Before I get into this, the game is still going to be called Man-U-Facture. I'm just listing out these chapters like how I name my Git repositories. This is the one I showed on stream and the one that took me like a month to do. Part of that time was due to me balancing my job and developing this game, and the other part of that was me improvising development with no plan to back it up. Or design field, not only do you have coding and Unreal experience, you can also make a mosaic out of the amount of shiz you're going to be putting on your screen at once. That's true. Yeah, we'll do that in a second. We're just gonna try this out now. Save it. There's a little dude, and I should focus on BP Allen first. BP Allen character. There we go. Let's oh yeah, we'll do. Allen controller. Let's check out the inventory. We got that. We're gonna lock that shiz in place. We're gonna walk around. Wait, do you see it? Do you see it? Oh man, the accomplishment, the feeling of accomplishment, oh my god. To give myself some credit, it did work. Like, the controls are pretty awful, but I was able to move around and junk. But this code, oh god, this code, it isn't good. I'm pretty new to Unreal and C++ in general, and I didn't know a few key things about using them both in tandem. And after taking one good look at my code, a few thousand Reddit posts, and a lot of great tips from our main Unreal users in the Discord, I made a note of 2 things. 1, blueprints are a strength and they should 100% be used. I tried to do pretty much everything in code minus animation, because animation blueprints are awesome. But what I didn't realize is that I was only using code because I did not know how to mix C++ with blueprints. A big part of this mess is due to me making a function and then realizing I need to make another function to make that work, and then repeating the same process until I wrote a novel of code just to make Alan crank 90s. Blueprints are great because you can easily throw together a mechanic and then test it right there and then with no long compile times, while C++ can take forever. Plus, it's a lot harder to crash the engine using blueprints, which is pretty cool. 2, actually planning out what you're going to code makes your life easier. I've said this to myself a billion times, but I never take my own advice. I'd be too powerful if I did. This project had a lot of bloat due to me creating a bunch of classes that I had no use for, but I just did them anyway because I thought I needed them, because I was improvising. I was used to being able to just create classes and then delete them in the fly when I was using Unity and just move on with my bad programming. But that is not even remotely close to what you can do in Unreal. You gotta go deep into your project files outside of the engine just to do that. And as someone who tries to do as little as possible, as much as I actually can, this made me really focus on what I needed to do before I actually created it. So after that, you'd think I'd take the time to refactor my code and follow these principles, right? Ha! You didn't watch the intro, did you? I made a whole new one, and I completely did it in blueprints because synergy is for punks! I kind of exaggerated the truth in the last part about learning those 2 things. I did actually learn them, and I'm actually using them now, but I had to go through this project first to actually cement them. After giving up on not attempting to refactor Man-U-Facture, Man-U-Refacture was born with the idea I needed to use purely blueprints to get the job done. Get it? Like Man-U-Refacture, because it's kind of like a refactor, but it's a new project. Get it? It's funny, right? I actually got farther with this one than I did with Man-U-Facture, all the way to the point where Alan could actually harvest wood from these high quality trees I made. To tell you the truth, this isn't my first rodeo with blueprints, Unreal's visual scripting language. I actually did a course on them last year in an attempt to avoid learning C++ for as long as possible. And as someone who doesn't really like visual scripting, I was surprised how much I really enjoyed using blueprints. They're fast, straightforward, and can pretty much do whatever you want them to do. For example, here's some games that were made purely in blueprints. The easy drag and drop coding made mechanics fast and easy on my keystrokers. They also take the term spaghetti code to whole new heights, and just like all things, including real-life spaghetti, you can have too much, which is the main problem with using specifically blueprints for a project. It's super easy to make a mess of perfectly functioning code if you're not a master of spatial reasoning. Something as simple as adding text from one place or another can look like my high school hairline. It also takes a lot of nodes to accomplish something that'll take like 4 lines of code in C++. That doesn't mean blueprints are bad, way far from it. They expand the engine in ways that make it easy for beginners, designers, programmers, and anyone who really wants to mess around with the behemoth that is Unreal, and it makes it really fun. But as a common theme with this video, functionality doesn't matter. It's perfectionism that matters. So we're gonna make this a third time by combining both blueprints and C++. At this point, I became a god. I knew what I needed to do. I once again recreated the project, but with a gleam of confidence. Everything fell into place. I was creating C++ classes, had an idea of what I was actually doing, and how I would use blueprints in a way that makes my life easy. Here, I created my classes almost like function libraries, allowing use of C++ code in blueprints. This is a great way to speed up dev time while still keeping the cleanliness and performance of C++. Now, my character controller class is a clean and somewhat readable mess. The inventory actually works now and can be reused across characters to give them the ability to pick stuff up. And this is so clean. I mean, look at the side by side between the blueprint versus my brand new C++ one. That's good. Alright everyone, thanks for coming out to this first devlog in the portfolio series I'm doing. I'm still streaming on the weekends, so if you don't want to wait every 2 weeks for the next video, you can check me out there. Link's in the description. I'm actually streaming in like an hour after this video goes up, so if you want to see me struggle with this project live, go check me out there. And you know the deal, we gotta appeal to the algorithm, so leave a like if you like this devlog, sub if you super liked it, and dislike if you hated it, or share it either way. Publicity is publicity at this point. Alright, y'all have a good one. See you in the next one. Peace.